Chelsea versus Leeds United. Suddenly, everybody knows how to play. Just suddenly, after Leão was sacked, Enzo Fernández knows how to run into the box and score a goal. Suddenly, Gusto became very strong that no winger wants to pass near him. Suddenly, Kopama picked up his form again. Suddenly, all the players now know how to play together, give the right passes, give the right across, create the right chances. Suddenly, Sanchez became Neuer. He became Neuer. He became the greatest keeper on the field. Suddenly, Tosin Adarabioyo kept a clean sheet. You think it's all coincidence? You think it's coincidental, right? You think it's coincidental, right? At a point during Leão time, at a point, everybody stopped playing for him. There must have been something in that dressing room that didn't add up. It can't just be coincidence. It can't just be coincidence. Suddenly, Garnacho knows how to make the good runs. Suddenly, the midfielders, they understand what is counter-attack. Suddenly, they know what is urgency. Now they can play urgently. Now they know that they have to keep a clean sheet again. With Tosin Adarabioyo. If your players does not want to play for you, you've lost the game already. Because now what happened in this game against Leeds is not the players following any tactic or any psychological mentorship. It is they wanting it more. We wanted it more. That's it. We wanted to prove a point. The players wanted to prove a point that they were not the issue. They were not the problem. And Leão was the problem. That's it. Because how would you tell me that you failed to score a single goal in 5 consecutive games? And you were conceding 1 goal, 3 goals? And suddenly, this Leeds United that beat you and drew you home and away in the Premier League, now you won them, you scored a goal against them, and you kept a clean sheet against them. I can't forget that shot that was played from before the box. What? Sanchez stopped that. I'm very sure myself and all the Chelsea fans could not believe it. Sanchez stopped that. Suddenly, Caicedo that was making series of mistakes in every match, stopped making mistake. Because they wanted to prove a point. That they are still good players. It's just that the coach couldn't get around the team. I don't know what happened. I don't know whether they got tired or whether the coach was trying to be friend with them, because some of the comments I was reading there, the coach was trying to become a friend rather than a manager, which is not bad. I don't think that should be cause for an issue. But these players wanted to prove a point that we are still good. And let's come back. Chelsea is that club that no matter what we're going through, no matter the situation, no matter what happened, we always show up. We always find a way to get to a final or win a trophy. That is Chelsea. That is the culture. It happened 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, except for 2022, 2023, that evil came upon the FA and they sold our club. They sanctioned us. 24, we got to the final. 25, we got to the final. We won World Cup. We always show up. That is Chelsea. We don't need 2 years, 3 years, 4, 5 years hoping and believing that one day we'll get a trophy. We always find a way to get to the final and get a trophy. That is Chelsea. That is why we support this club. That is why we are fans of this club. That is why. That is why. We don't need to wait or keep waiting or keep changing sessions or seasons, episodes after episode without trophy and keep hoping. No, we want it now. That is the Chelsea culture. You may think I'm trying to banter some people. Well, if they want to be bantered, they're bantering themselves already. But that is the Chelsea culture. We always show up. Chelsea always find a way to give their fans something to believe in. Not just hope, but showing up consistently, showing up always, and winning something. Now we're at Wembley again. And I hope to God that we win this trophy. Because Man City, remember, we lost to you in the Premier League so that you can push forward and charge against Arsenal. Now it's time to do your own part of the deal. Just do your own part of the deal and lose the final to us. That's it. 50-50. Nobody feels bad. Focus on your Premier League and we focus on our FA Cup. Let us win that. Let us do that. Then we can go to Europe again and win the Europa League again. That's if we don't qualify for the Champions League. But that's what I want us to know. That is Chelsea Football Club for you. We always find a way. That's why we are big. That's why we are the bigger club. That's why we are the biggest club in London. Because we always find a way to show up. Now, all eyes on Wembley. All hopes in Wembley. We must win. We must win. What do you think, guys? Are we going to win? Is the deal with Man City still going to hold? I hope so. I hope so.